Hello, Pisces. Welcome to your weekly reading for March 9th to the 15th. This is for Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising. We're going to jump right in. Pisces, happy birthday. I hope you're having an amazing birthday season. This is one for the books. This week's all about you. I hope you know that. It's all about you. And also, happy daylight savings. You get an extra hour every day in your new world. Your new era, it's official. You know the old world's gone. It's gone. Everything's been crumbling. You see it. You're entering your new era. There's no Circuit City here. There's no paper money. You're in your new world. Thanks to the Great Reset, the Great Awakening, the Great Shift. That all happened on February 20th. And that's, remember, that was a seeding point. It's a process. So you're still acclimating. You're going through your, new Pisces 2.0 rebirth for the new you. Remember what happened over the weekend as well. So we had Venus conjunct Saturn. We had Mercury Cazimi. We had Mercury trine Jupiter. A lot of that energy is spilling over into this week. So you're going to experience change. Dramatic change. Look at what's happening this week. Remember, these are potent. Now, that's the other thing is that you're a caterpillar, Pisces. You're a caterpillar. There are 4 stages to becoming a butterfly. You remember this from middle school. You already went through stage 1, the Saturn-Neptune conjunction. Last month, that was the cracking of the egg. This week, you're in stage 2. This is where you lay the groundwork, where you build your bridge to the new you. And it's all part of your spiritual growth. Of course, we're in your birthday season. And sure, things may be a little bit confusing with Mercury retrograde in your sign. You might feel like, some things are going in circles or you're, bumping into walls. And that can feel strange because your consciousness is expanding. So take this time for you, all right, to reflect. Don't resist change. Don't fight any setbacks. Use this time for you. Connecting with your intuition, your pineal gland, your path forward, okay? This week is meant for you to reassess and review and rethink. And a lot of this, the fact that we're in your birthday season, we got Mars in your sign, Mercury in your sign, even though he's retrograde, still in your sign, it's a pretty big deal, okay? Because you got to review whatever you want. Like your job, your career, finances, your passions, your friendships, whatever brings you joy, what feels right for you. All right? Because stage 3 will be as soon as we leave your birthday season next week. The cluster of days around March 20th, right? The equinox, the new moon, when all planets are direct. So this week, you want to get to that point where you trust the bridge that you're building, okay, toward your new you. Is your foundation set? Is it stable? Is your heart fully invested? What is on the other side of your bridge? How badly do you want it? And how good will it feel when you get there? Okay? Stage 4 will be in April. It will basically be April. All right? That's when you're going to have full clarity, solid ambition. It's like a green light. Remember, we have a 7-planet stellium in Aries. When was the last time you saw 7 planets in one sign? Never. Okay? Never. And it's happening around, the new moon as well in Aries. And remember, Aries rules your second house. That's money, finances, your earning potential. This is a big month. April, remember, Uranus is moving into Gemini. The prism portal is truly locking in. And so April would be your big butterfly reveal. All right. And remember, your future self is watching you right now. You create your reality. So use this week. Okay. With Mars in your sign. Yeah. You're going to give it all. You're going to be emotionally and spiritually driven, inspired, maybe with new goals. Yeah. Venus and Aries. Oh, that's extra passion you're going to feel. You're going to feel maybe even a little rebellious. Yeah. Like you want to bring dancing back to your small town where it's outlawed. Yeah. whatever it is, whatever you want. You're not going to take no for an answer, okay? Especially because it's your birthday season, and B, Venus sextile Pluto on March 9th. So, 3 degrees. We typically get this a few times a year. We're only going to get it once in 2026. Use it wisely. Use it wisely, because Venus in Aries is, I want this, I will get it. Pluto in Aquarius says, I will burn everything down for you to have it. So there is intensity here. Pluto is power. He has depth. He is transformation. He transforms. And both Venus and Pluto have to do with, relationships and wealth and sex and power. So you're going to feel this, especially with money and finances. I mean, you got Venus, the planet of money, in your second house of money. That's a big deal. And then Aquarius, Pluto in Aquarius, that's your 12th. So this is something that may be like spiritually moving for you as well, because Pluto natively rules your 9th. So there's something here with your belief system. There's something here with inner wisdom. There's something here with healing as well that I really love for you. And it is a sextile. It's an opportunity for the taking. This can also be your big, like, you may be completely rebranding yourself. You may already see big changes happening in your life. And anything that you want, do it. Do it. Especially utilize your network. All right? Your community. There may be something here for your audience that you're working on. People that you connect with. I mean, that's Aquarius energy, right? Aquarius also rules technology. So if you're single, dating apps. If you're building your wealth, investment apps, things like that, right? So it's a good time to explore, but you will definitely feel magnetic and empowered, like a superhero or a villain, sure, or maybe both, yeah, like Tom or Jerry. But remember, Venus is your desires, and Pluto can take things to extremes. So yes, passion can run deep, but it can also burn deep. So the lower expression of Venus sextile Pluto would be obsession. It would be jealousy. It would be power struggles, manipulation. You want to use this energy for your better self, right? For the greater good, your higher self, all of that, right? Right, Pisces. Now here's the plot twist. Of course, there's a plot twist, not on the whiteboard. 2 things. And if you are a cross watcher, if you do watch for your rising sign or your moon, for your husband, Jack, or, your favorite chef, didn't matter. If any of your top 3, sun, moon, and rising, is Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius, all the fixed signs, right? Oh, you're going to want to buckle up. Are you sitting down, by the way? You sitting down? The same day, Venus sextile Pluto is the moon will be in Scorpio. We already know the moon in Scorpio already comes with intensity. But the moon in Scorpio will oppose Uranus and Taurus. So this is going to be the first half of the day. And as you know, Scorpio, Taurus, 2 fixed signs. The staring contest has begun. The stare down has begun. And here's the thing. Ancient astrologers, they didn't know about the outer planets. In modern dignity, they didn't have telescopes, right? So in modern dignity, Uranus is actually considered exalted in Scorpio, okay? So with that theory, because the moon is exalted in Taurus, you do have mutual reception by exaltation, am I right? That emotional intensity of the Scorpio moon is forced to work with the chaotic, unpredictable nature of Uranus and Taurus. And they're not seeing eye to eye, and they will go after each other. All right? Because the moon doesn't like being in Scorpio. Uranus doesn't like being in Taurus. So, the Uranus-Taurus axis has to do with relationships and money. And you already got money stuff happening. Yeah, big time. Big time. So, not to like throw in something a little bit more complex, but this makes it a little bit more rare. You have Venus sextile Pluto, right? Moon in Scorpio opposite Uranus and Taurus. Well, Venus is the ruler of Taurus. Pluto is the ruler of Scorpio. So Venus sextile Pluto is hosting the opposition. Just expect a little bit more fuel to an already, lit fire. We'll talk about it more in the second spread because this does not happen often. Where we talk about the lunations and the asteroids, but just know this is some unpredictable, a little unpredictable energy. There may be something here with travel, and for you, Pisces, and also like maybe something of like education, teaching. Yeah. Now, later in the day, by the way, the second half of the day, we will have a minor grand trine with the moon in Sagittarius, Venus in Aries, and Pluto in Aquarius. So you could, that's a lot of fire and air, by the way. So again, amplifying this, deep passion. We'll talk about it in the second spread, but Sagittarius rules your 10th house of career. Now, Tuesday, March 10th, we have Jupiter finally going direct. You're going to love this. This will be loud, by the way. I think you're going to really love it because Jupiter, your ruler, your traditional ruler, is exalted in Cancer. And he is at his degree of exaltation, 15 degrees. So what does this mean? Jupiter does his best for you in Cancer. And it's been 12 years. On top of that, his degree of exaltation, that is the highest frequency he can go. And he'll be here all month. So it's absolutely amazing, right? You're going to feel this momentum right away. Support, security, blessings, optimism, especially in home and family and true love and romance, things that bring you joy and pleasure. Jupiter in Cancer, that's your 5th. So even like, family, children, which I said, creative projects, 5th house is procreation. Congratulations, you're going to be having babies. The other thing is that it really is like soulmate energy. Yeah, the 5th house. It's the house of true love. And from this point forward, by the way, you will start seeing everything that Jupiter promises delivered. So more luck, more good fortune, more wisdom, more protection, especially in that area of your life, your 5th house. And this is until like June. And remember what I said, next week, March 20th, all the planets will be direct until May. You're going to see things move. Now, you're also going to see the fact that same day, the moon in Sagittarius will conjunct Antares, fixed star, royal star, 10 degrees. Not only will that happen, and Antares is all about deep passion. Just let you know how the first half of the week's going to be like. Not only is that happening, the moon in Sagittarius is going to square Mercury in your sign. So, Sagittarius and you are both ruled by Jupiter. And so, you got the two signs that Jupiter rules in a square the day Jupiter goes direct and is going to be loud. We'll talk about this in the second spread, but just know that there's a lot happening here. There's a lot happening. And if you're looking for a sign from the universe, this would be it. All right. Now, Mars will conjunct the North Node, 8 degrees in your sign on Friday the 13th. And that tracks. Yeah. It's Mars conjunct the North Node. Especially if you saw my last live stream, right? With Nick Dagenbest. I'll leave it at the end of this video. You're welcome. Pisces, you crack me up. And yeah, I'm losing my voice, but we talk about Mars there. Remember, Mars is the god warrior. So he's with the North Node. He's making you look destiny right in the eyes. He's saying, YOLO, do it. Go for it. Take action, right? You will. This is happening in your sign. Mars, isn't just, drive and determination. He's courage. Yeah. He's in, the spiritual waters, your spiritual seascape. He's in your sign, connecting with the nodes of fate. So you'll likely take inspired action for your dreams or your calling, your life purpose, like a gladiator. Or you will see some fated events unfold, fated circumstances unfold around this time. Remember, this is happening in your sign. You're going to feel this, Pisces. You're going to feel this. This is all you. But one thing, it's still Mars. Okay? Remember, Mars is the god warrior. He's aggressive. He's just, a little wet being in your sign and your seascape. So, with that said, yes, there could be some pressure, some urgency, inflammation, escalation, not seeing eye to eye with others, hidden enemies revealed, escapism. You might be reactive in some circumstances, maybe feeling unhinged on your path to enlightenment. So remember, this is a fated moment. Actions, as you know, have consequences. That's what karma is. This is a karmic cycle. So channel this energy with kindness and compassion and self-love and have faith in yourself to be karmically rewarded. Okay? Remember, karma means action, literally, in Sanskrit. So you actually may change something here. Okay? Just do. It's Mars. Action. Just do, right? The only person who doesn't make mistakes is a person who does nothing, right? And remember, 19-year cycle. So if you want to think about what happened the last time, go back to April 24th, 2007. Give it a week, April 24th to the end of the month, 2007. You probably will remember something from that time, because I went back and I looked at the chart and I was pretty shocked to see that we had a mutable grand cross. Pisces, you're a mutable sign. So it's basically two oppositions squaring each other. And at that time, Venus was in Gemini, Jupiter was in Sagittarius, but North Node was in your side. So that was intense. Anybody of any sign would have remembered that time frame. Like, you can't find your center of gravity, like, with what was happening on at that time. But here's the thing. This is a very different sky chart. So when I say look back to there, just pick up on little echoes. That's it. That's it. Because something from that time frame you could possibly clear up now. Remember, it's a karmic cycle. Something's ending. They're very spiritual. So mutable signs, Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, and you will feel this the most. Obviously, you will. And throwing in your fellow water signs too, Scorpio and Cancer. Now, if you know your natal chart, if you have any planets 6 to 10 degrees in any of the mutable signs, the first 4 signs, yeah, you would feel it the most because those planets are going to be aspected. Now, the other thing is that, let me see here. Sunday, March 15th, Mercury will conjunct Mars. And, well, it does, by the way, before we even get there, I'll give you one more thing. On the same day, Friday night, you will actually more like the first half of the day, the moon will be in Capricorn pretty much Thursday, Friday, Saturday, opposite Jupiter in your sign. So just letting you know, this is going to be your Friday night. This is going to be your Friday night where you might find yourself being a little bit too strict. Yeah, not a bad thing, but there's something about overdoing things around this time, especially with friends and, things that bring you joy and pleasure. All right, that's all I'm saying. There's likely going to be maybe some demand or some need that you will have to address, or it might be you. Okay? But otherwise, this is good if you use it in terms of bringing stability into your home space, into your work and career. But also, like I said, it looks like there's some things happening with friends and groups you belong to as well. All right. Now, Saturday, March 15th, you have Mercury conjunct Mars in your sign. So you can think about the last 2 weeks of October last year. We had a series of the Mars Mercury conjunction. They don't happen as frequently as we've been having them normally, typically, right? This is a power of the mind, but it's Mars with a very weak Mercury in your sign. So what does this mean? There might be some heated exchanges this day, all right? There could be some passionate debates. It's Mars. This is weaponizing words, okay? This is Mars conjunct Mercury in your sign. So this can be, being a little too pushy, being a little too preachy, being passive aggressive, accelerating illusions and delusions and fantasies. Or you can go with the higher expression, which is putting your vision and your dreams in motion, writing and speaking with a positive impact. When you have those conversations where you leave the conversation saying, good talk. That's this, okay? Also, remember Mercury's retrograde, so you could be returning to projects, relationships, dreams that you set aside, whatever it is. It's all about you. This is happening in your sign, so it's for you to use, okay? This is also just having the courage to speak honestly. Yeah, maybe you'll be a little direct. It is Mars, but having the conversations that you need to have. And with Mercury retrograde, remember, miscommunication is possible. So say what you mean and mean what you say, and you'll be okay. Mutable signs, Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, and especially you will feel this the most. If you have any planets 8 to 12 degrees in any of those signs, yeah, you will have some things to say. You will have a lot in your mind. And yes, with people from the past too. Ceres will move into Taurus this same day and will be here through Taurus season. So I love this. I love this for you. I love that Ceres is moving into an earth sign, does really well with, water signs, obviously. Ceres is a dwarf planet, kind of like Pluto. So a big deal. Yeah. She is like Mama Bear, Mother Earth. She's the harvest goddess. So Ceres represents how you nurture yourself, how you give and receive care. It's all about nourishment and comfort. When she was in Aries, it was all about self-protection and self-preservation and survival. And in Taurus, now the focus is going to shift to your body, to security, to resources, what is valuable to you. There may be a really big emphasis on food here too, diet and food, because Taurus rules food. And so think detox and sustenance and digestion. Am I eating healthy? What am I feeding my kids? What are my parents eating? Like those kind of things, right? Ceres is the, grain goddess as well. So wheat and gluten, food intolerances. You hear the church bells? There you go. There's your sign. So yeah, we'll talk about Ceres more in a second, and the bonus spread. But just know that Taurus rules your third house, and just think a lot of your care will be with words, okay? And Ceres wants you to take care of yourself first, okay? So you are in a good shape to take care of those you love. Now, what are we doing here? Let's get started. Let's see what's going on for you, Pisces. Perfect timing. Oh my gosh, that was crazy. Pisces, let's see. Where we March 9th to the 15th, Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Okay, Pisces, you are we're good. They're great. Pisces, thank you. You are happy birthday. I actually I went to a friend's birthday dinner last night. If you are new to my channel, Pisces is my not so secret crush. And I have a lot of Pisces friends. And I went to one last night, his birthday dinner. It was very nice. And I think that I said, maybe in one of your other forecasts, I have like 2 Pisces friends that are single and they're like down. And I'm like, you've got Jupiter going direct in your 5th house. Like, you're gonna. And of course, my friend brought a date. I was like, I told you. Come on. Anyway, what Pisces? If I do a traditional culture cross, yeah. I do a traditional culture cross spread. Offers the best overview, especially for a weekly reading. If we need to pull clarifiers, we will. Pisces, happy birthday! I'm really excited for you. I'm really excited for everything that's about to happen. Like you're good. You're already good. You're amazing. All right, let's get started. You are, yeah. You're this is gonna be a week, but you're good. We got something to talk about. You're really good here. Happy birthday. You got the star. Look at that. Everything's like how funny I tell that story. That's a testament to how everything is going to be moving in the direction that you want. Okay? Everything is aligning for you the way the stars are aligning for you. And what's really interesting is you see the water bear pouring onto the land as well. On the land, you see all the growth that's happening. So you're really good. I love the fact you got the star. Star is also like healing. It's like inner wisdom. It's not being ashamed. It's being able to express yourself. You see the water bear not wearing any clothes. So it's, being you, authentically you, right? As the universe offers you this path where you have 2 pentacles, the 2 of pentacles, and the heart of your spread. You're going to have to make a decision this week about something. And it really is a more of priority, like prioritizing something over the other, but it does look like there could be job offers. There could be, an offer coming in. There could also be, pentacles are a physical reality as well, right? So there could be, choosing between relationships, but it really is prioritizing. And it may feel like a little bit more weight here because not only of what's happening astrologically, but it does feel like it's something new to you. Like maybe you never had to think about this before. You were never in a situation where you're like, what, like, I don't know what, like which way, so again, trust your intuition. You're going to be fine. But I do love this. It does also show that there may be a little bit of just, again, adjusting to some great things that have been happening in your life. Okay. But also just remember prioritizing. Now, you have the Queen of Swords in your challenge area. 2 things. A, there may be somebody in your life who might be a little, on the front where they're the ones who are speaking a little aggressively, a little harshly, maybe even a little judgment here. Okay? With the Queen of Swords in your challenge area. Just be very mindful. You always want to be the best person in a situation, the best version of yourself. Okay? The second thing is that there may be a little bit of you that's still on this quest to find your voice. All right? And again, with Mercury retrograde in your sign, things may be a little bit foggy. There may be a little bit of, miscommunication as well. Even with the Queen of Swords here in your challenge area. So it's just that being in this great headspace, being able to make decisions rather than just kind of, what do I, and then you'll be fine. And the third thing that's coming up is like, there may be something with like legal matters, something, let me see here. You have, I would even say like maybe in the first half of the week, there just may be something there. And I'm not saying it's a bad thing. It's just like maybe there's something there where you have to look at and remember, always, please read the fine print. Read everything that you're going to sign, anything that you're putting out there that needs a signature or is official, like a press release or, because you're, Mercury's retrograde in your sign, Your third house will be very active the first half of the week, as well as your ninth house, which is like the law and like legal matters. So just keep that in mind, okay? Mercury retrograde. You always want to read the fine print. You have the Five of Cups in your crown. How did I open this, right? How did I open up? I said you're in your new world, right? And I've been saying you can't bring everything with you. So you have the Five of Cups in your crown. There may be something here that you're still holding on to. Okay? And it might be, well, one thing that I'll just tell you, like with Ceres, there are lower expressions about Ceres and Taurus. So one would be like longing, yeah. So again, there's just some air that might need a little bit of clearing. Also for you, like this emotional repair, this emotional detox, this emotional, like, I gotta let this go this week. Okay, you see the two full cups behind this figure, and he's not moving forward. He's stuck on the past. You can't do, it's done, right? You got a time machine? You built a time? No, you didn't, right, Pisces? You can't bring those back up. Spilled. So it's really working with those emotions, okay? In terms of motivating yourself in the direction of the future. I think you're going to be fine, though. You have that Six of Pentacles. This is a card of like graciousness. It's gratitude. It is finding that balance. It's, especially between giving and receiving. Speaking of Ceres again, right? And so I really love this for you. The Six of Pentacles is, gratitude. It's everything harmonizing, and it is taking inspired action for the greater good. And so there is a sense of you being that person, this, selfless energy. And a lot of y'all are, like, I think I told y'all, there's just so much changing for you. You're likely going to be feeling a lot of Pluto and Aquarius very soon. Okay. And that is your 12th house. And it's always hard to say like that because the 12th house is so nebulous. It's your house, right? There's no borders. It's infinite. And so it is spirituality. It's also like hidden matters as well. But either way, it's the subconscious. It's also self-sabotage, by the way. So you want to just continue moving forward. And then here, that's really great. The Six of Pentacles. A lot of y'all may be healing in some way or another on your new path, whether it is work related, whether, you start a podcast, whatever it is. It's just part of the process for you. It feels important to you. You have that Page of Cups, which shows you, you're turning a page in this new chapter. But the Page of Cups is, basically you, has so much Piscean energy. You even see the fish coming out of his cup here. But he is a big dreamer. He does dream big. Okay, and that's what you're meant to do. Remember, within the boundaries of what's real, right? With Saturn there with Neptune. Anyway, very likely someone's coming into your life, something's changing in life. You're even having this new way of seeing things with that Page of Cups in terms of following your bliss. He wears his heart on his sleeve. So I love this for you. His big vision, energy, but it shows you're moving in the right direction. There's something new that you're seeking. All right. It's just this. Let's wrap that up and move into your new era. All right. Let's see what's going on here when there's stuff. Pisces, if you like this reading, it'd be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments, share, all of that. But tell me what's going on. What happened with that big eclipse that just happened, the blood moon lunar eclipse that was in your 7th. There are some changes with partnerships and relationships, maybe new ones. All right, Pisces, let's see what we got. Yeah. 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 Um, you're definitely getting some sort of message. You see that, right? You do have the Four Cups. That's fine. Listen, you're going to take action this week, okay? Because the Four Cups right here is telling me some of y'all feel something's missing. Some of y'all feel like maybe there are some things that you do have, but there are some things you don't have. And that's what you're focusing on more. We don't want to do that. We don't want to do that. You want to be grateful for everything that you do have or do not have. You just want to be grateful, vibrating at that high frequency. Okay. And this card is, associated with like just discontent. He's not really happy. He's already got 3 full cups. So, what does this mean? This is saying there's a part of you that still needs to discover what is it that's missing and how will I feel it, right? Well, you got someone knocking on your door, okay? There's a message coming through. You have that Page of Swords, the mental suit, communication in your external factors area. So it feels like there is going to be something that truly changes your life this week because, yeah, okay? Even with the Page of Swords, who is so enthusiastic, he just really wants to get going. It's indicating you on this new path, even a new phase in a current path, relationship, job, whatever it is. It does feel like there's new energy for you. Okay. It could be even new people that you're working with, or maybe even someone that you work with or are in love with, relationship, who has, already gone through their a new just a new path, and they're really excited, and y'all are on this journey together. So and that's again still alluding to that 2 of Pentacles. You have that 8 of Swords here. That's fine. It's just, listen, you don't want to be in a place where you're overthinking, overanalyzing, putting yourself in a place of, like I said earlier, like self-sabotage. We call the self-victim card. And so there is an element of like, let's face everything we have to face this week. No fear, right? Fear is fiction, as we know. And so I think that a lot of y'all just never want to get to a place where, if you felt like there was so much going on upstairs, you also felt that there were some things that were happening in your life that were really challenging. You don't just, right? You take action when you got Mars in your sign, and then you're going to be fine with the world and your final outcome. Everything's changing. You know that. You've come to the end of the fool's journey, the hero's journey. You're good. You're really good. I want you to be very proud of yourself. You had some moments, okay? I'll be very honest with you. You had some moments the past few months. You had I would even say like late 2025. There was so much happening with, the mutable signs. Yeah, the North Node in your sign. There's some high expectations. Like you've had so much, like, but again, I think that you're very relieved Saturn is out of your sign, and there's just a lot of momentum. You're in your birthday season, so be very proud of yourself. What was I gonna clarify? Oh yeah, I want to see that 2 of Pentacles. Yeah. King, you're fine. You're good. Just make karmically sound decisions. Trust your intuition on your path forward, but don't get stuck. Right? There's a difference between Mercury retrograde, where you reassess and reevaluate things. It doesn't mean you stop everything. You still build momentum forward. Okay? King of Wands, great. He is the entrepreneur. He is someone who's very passionate, and he is the card this week. If you are a cross watcher, you would know there's always one card, one or two cards every week, every sign gets. King of Wands has been coming out a lot. So, yeah, there you go. Epitome of passion here. This is just someone who's very passionate. He's very happy that he transformed his life. He is the king of transformation. He is also just, he can't sit still. He's got that really strong enthusiasm for life. You can even see him tilted out of his chair. He's kind of like leaning forward. He's like, what are they doing? I gotta go do this. I got it, Yeah. But he is the passionate leader. And so there you go. There's a passion. And he is an entrepreneur, like I said, the CEO. If you're not here for work at all, which this really doesn't, like the pentacles and the wands, highly associated with work, career, profession. It's still like wands are, it's just this life force. They're invigorating. They're, their passions. You're going to be good with the world. Like, you're good. You're good. You're great. All right. Oh, yeah. Was I going to see the Five of Cups? You want to see that? Pisces. Yeah. Yeah. It's a month for you. So, clarify, you got the Ten of Pentacles. What I love about this is every time there is something that happens with a North Node in your sign, Mars conjuncting the South Node, or sorry, North Node in your sign, like it brings in that Virgo energy, right? Virgo being right there, on your axis, your opposite sign. So there's always going to be something with like relationships, partnerships. But anyway, I say that because this is, a Virgo card. And you see the pentacles raining from the heavens here. And this is in the form of the tree of life. This is everything. This is prosperity. It's success. It's the you made it card. Your kingdom come. You're good. You're really good. It's you see the harvest, you see the dogs, there's loyalty, there's abundance, there's marriage, there's couples, there's generations of family. This card is highly associated with like inheritance as well. You see it's a huge castle. You have a lot of home and family energy where it's just there's going to be more when we get to April, okay, when Uranus moves into Gemini that rules your fourth house. But yeah, you see, you can't even see that when you're looking back to the past. He can't even see what's on the other side, right? So it's all about moving forward. And it really is like this may be taking up too much space for you. You've got to let this become that reality, okay? That's your bridge moving forward. This is legacy. Your legacy. There's a lot of money too. Remember, you have Saturn, Neptune in your second house, and Venus too. So, but again, this is just coming into your physical realm, appreciating the things that you do have, noticing them, right? But anyway, Pisces, y'all are amazing. Happy birthday. Next week, next week is a big new moon in your sign. Your life is changing. We have the equinox. There's a lot. There's a lot. Even all the planets going direct. That's such a big deal. Anyway, and the second spread, the bonus spread, the other half of your forecast, the lunations, the fixed stars. We'll look at Antares, that rare double linked like reception of exaltations of everything that was Monday, but we'll use the Tempest deck. And as always, with these spreads, I just like to see what cards overlap with this spread. That's the universe giving you the wink. Anyway, these are, each sign about 15 minutes long. If tier 3 members, really good and legendary members, you know where to find the link. Anyone's welcome to join. Y'all are amazing, Pisces. If you like this reading, it'd be great if you like, subscribe, share, leave comments, tell me what's going on. I'll get my voice back, okay? I'll get my voice back soon. But y'all are amazing, Pisces. I'm very excited for you. You've got You've got a lot happening here. You got a lot happening here, but you got these, just those 2 pages. Well, follow your bliss, please. Okay? With enthusiasm. I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.